Yeah, we're good.
Cool. Well, uh, hold on a second. I'm just
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, there we go.
So I'd like to call this meeting to order. And how is everybody doing?
Doing good.
Swamped.
Swamped?
I'm swamped.
I don't believe it. Uh, Apollinaris, how are you doing? I haven't.
Swamp 2 doing okay.
Oh, uh, I've been a little bit swamped lately too, so I think we're all kind of in that category. Uh, so I don't wish to take up too much of everybody's time tonight, but I do. There are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, and the first item of business is we have a moot on Saturday. Pollinators. How are we doing with regard to that?
Well, having not led one before, I can compare it to you. Okay.
Okay. Uh, by the way, who is? Do we have everybody planning on attending on Saturday?
I am planning on attending, yes.
Yes, I will be there.
Okay. Very good. So that's good. Um, Apollinaris, do we have all the presentations ready?
Yeah, did you get my email?
I don't know. Let me look real quick.
I would have probably sent it today, so. But the short answer is yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have 10 till 2, I guess 10 till 2. Um, so, okay. We have an interview with Dean Enrique Davey. Do we have all the technical stuff worked out with regard to that? And,
Now, that I have no idea because I don't know about technical stuff. Connell,
I
that we have the big white screen thing.
You told me that Blue was doing the interview.
She's going to be doing the interview. Yes.
Okay. So I messaged her earlier asking what their plans are, and she did say that they want to go live, and I asked her about streaming options, and let's see, as a if they did not have a streaming solution available, I got with Malcor, and I have the studio platform that he used for his streams. I also created a YouTube channel under the GSW Apprentice Leadership so that we could use that as our stream library. And I have not heard back from Blue as to their streaming solution.
Okay.
Okay.
this is something that we probably should have all sorted out before 10:15.
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right.
So,
I will get with Blue and get this done ASAP. It should be done before tonight.
Okay. That is 100% what I wanted to hear. And then, okay, so then we have the ritual. We have Moon Water by Blue Fusion. And then, okay, so we've only got two presentations besides the interview. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have an outline from Blue with regards to her presentation?
Yeah, I've got the first one she sent me, and then I sent her some suggestions I haven't seen. She hasn't gotten back to me.
Do you have an outline of what Dean and BKW is wanting to do?
Yeah, I've got really easy. I just sent Blue the questions tonight. Been in my Apollinaris account. Go.
You mean the standard questions that we use for interviews?
We have standard questions.
There you go. That's the answer I wanted to hear.
Okay, no, I just came up with questions. These are the questions that when I was in conversation with Davey about this, these are the questions. He sent her a list of questions.
Mm.
Because I've had these
Mm-hmm.
platforms, and I hate to suddenly have questions thrown at me, and I didn't know those questions were me.
So is this an interview or is this
Questions.
okay?
What?
Is this an interview or is this a workshop being conducted by
This is
Dean?
going to be like a question and answer sort of format.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's an interview.
It's an interview. I mean, essentially, what I wanted to do, I just felt like it's probably like my question. In retrospect, I don't know if it's about I felt that since she is the senior authors person connected with the school,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know, there's nobody really outranks her water sign. I just felt like it was appropriate that we should at least ask her if she'd like to participate. So we discussed it on the question and answer thing. It seemed like a good idea. And I kind of came up with some questions that they all have to do with water science, like astrology and water science.
Okay.
First of all, that's kind of why we are waters. I mean, it's an astrological thing, how the body lodges. And secondly, astrology is kind of like passion. So I wanted to be something she enjoyed.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I've got a series of questions that relate to astrology, and I've sent them to social activist questions. They can go outside of this. Like Linda said, these are suggested questions, and I sent a list of questions to Dave quite some time ago, maybe a month or so ago, and she liked the questions. She was fine with them because I wanted her to know what to be prepared for the questions.
Could you so at the before Provost Kingsley, what is our deadline for getting everything approved?
Sorry, could you say again?
We need to have all of this stuff submitted to the Dean of Students by a certain point for approval, correct?
I mean, I imagine the Dean of Students can probably get it approved typically, so let's say day before, but we might want to get in a bit earlier so you have time for feedback or changes or whatever it may be.
Okay.
As it were, it is the water's auction there, quite fluid, so it's
Historically, it's tonight, but usually it goes maybe a day or so
Well,
over.
if there is
What exactly do we have to submit?
We have to submit an
A
outline of the
general
entire move.
outline of what's going on, and that doesn't mean that we can't deviate from the outline. It's just we want to make sure that it's kind of on par and on course for.
Well, I'm just saying, like, exactly how detailed is it? Have you seen the email that I sent you?
Yes,
Okay, so
the one
there's
with the
just like
schedule.
there's a brief, here's the things we're going to do and the times.
Yeah, so it's like even with mine, I've got a presentation, and that outline that I sent you. Uh, if you, it, I don't think it's really 100% necessary that we get the answers from the interview questions, but perhaps even just a list of questions for the interview with Dean and Vika. Um, then the ritual and a kind of a basic outline of what Blue is talking about as well. And Blue has done this before, so that will be nothing new to her.
Okay.
She has done the interview part. And this time Dean Ambika Devi has her own Zoom account, so she'll be able to provide the links and the Zoom features. The members are going to see it in Second Life. Do they just open up a browser and click a public link and just join in? So that would be that's the question that I want to address with Blue.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you guys deal with that because you just said read stuff to me.
Which is it's something that we're eventually going to want to. Well, Apollinaris, this is something that happens every moot. It eventually you'll just get used to it. But yes, there are a lot of switches that we flip behind the curtain. A lot of them, and these are just parts of that.
Okay.
Um, the
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead, Sailor.
Just out of curiosity, these lodge celebrations don't have to actually look like a traditional, do they?
No.
no,
This is true. They have to be a celebration of the lodge, and the outline provided is only a suggestion. Whatever works for you when you're putting on the lodge celebration is what counts. Just make sure that an outline of that is submitted to the captain so that we can, put out a schedule of events and things like that.
Okay. Pretty good.
Now, Apollinaris, there was one small thing that we had a little bit of email correspondence about. So I like the ritual, and I sent that to Provost Kingsley, and he said that he likes it as well. I guess he's right there, so I just don't have to keep going exactly. But the one, so as a water celebration, and I'm still a little bit unclear of this myself, and so I may ask for the provost's clarity on this. But there are a few parts in there that involve like the prefects of each of the lodges, and I think we're trying to not make it like a leadership move. And so I'm gonna ask Provost, what is the guidelines on involving other people from the other lodges?
Well, we talked about this earlier on, but there's nothing wrong with it, and that's what I made clear in our conversation. Is that if you want to do that, you can. I was saying that I think that It's a great opportunity to involve. Oh, hell, speak like him. I'm gonna grab a cup of water. Sorry about that. So it's a great opportunity to involve active members of your lodge and give them sort of a platform to be that star for one. And because it is a lodge celebration, being able to call up those members of your lodge to a public spot and show off what your lodge can do, I think it's a good opportunity. People go to the prefects, I think that's fine. I think it's also a good opportunity to give it to like Blue and Tristan and I forget this guy's name, Avalon.
So Avalok actually wrote the ritual, and he's not here, but I wanted to give Matt kudos to him for that. It's an awesome ritual. So the thing that Apollinaris and we were talking about is, since we're invoking the different elements of each of the, so it does kind of escape a little bit outside of the lodge celebration. For it, and those parts are only for a second or two. Um, and if you want to involve the people from the other lodges for just those quick parts, that is okay with me, but I would prefer if it weren't the prefects.
Well, it doesn't have to be the prefix. That's how Avalok wrote the ritual. Okay? Already, for Waters, that new boy from Brazil, what's his name? Lux. He's going to do the Waters, the spirit of water invocation. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be doing the only. So he's doing the spirit of water invocation. So even in Waters, the prefect is not doing anything that says prefect. And I think I mentioned to you, even though technically Mercado is supposed to be the prefect for flames, that if a single flame showed up, we actually wanted an actual flame to be flames.
Okay. Well,
the thing is we want somebody who was born under that elemental sun sign to do to give the invocation to that element. If that makes sense. So you can ignore the word prefect. You know, I mean, we were going to offer it to the prefects first because they're kind of the heads of the houses. But if Sailor doesn't want to do it, she's not good. It could be any stone we do stones. We just think it's important that an earth sign be the one who does the invocation to the spirit of earth. And then, you know, and other than that, even at that, one-fourth of those is going to be waters. And then literally everything else in the ritual, waters people are doing. So, you know, we have the way it's written, it also kind of assumes that we don't have too many other waters people show up who are willing to do a part because we want to make sure we have everything covered. There are parts in there that we can farm out. People show up if we have waters. People show up who are willing to do other parts. We can take some of these things that those figures address to the primary ritualist and pass those around to others.
Okay, so that was going to be my other question was, because there aren't that many parts, can that be split up even more to include more water?
Yeah, we're planning on doing that if that happens.
Okay.
But as it is, we've got every waters person. You know, I mean, I don't really know how else I can do this unless you want to give me a list of emails, and I just privately email everybody in Waters Lodge and try to shake them down. Because everybody who I can have any contact with, I have talked about this ritual. And everyone who has agreed to have a part has a part.
Okay.
You know, we've got people there to do it. You know?
Taking down might not be the best way
I don't think so either.
putting that. You know, it's yeah. So one thing that has happened in the past from my experience, I've been to many, many of these. You always find yourself getting more people than you had anticipated, and so there'll be people that will come by and show up, and you had no idea that they were going to
Well, that's fine. I would be delighted if that happens. You know, I can do this. I have done rituals
Yeah.
for like 50 years now. I pretty much
come.
have that down. You know, so if we, Avalon is relatively
Yes.
speaking, he's very new to this, um, but he understands that he's new and it's going to have no problem doing. If more people show up, we'll just divvy up, and it's an ADF ritual. I'm not an ADF leader now, but I was, so I'm very familiar with the parts of the ritual and how they can be divided up.
Okay.
What's ADF?
Underground Fame. It's a international organization.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So when you say that, is it written like Avalok wrote the ritual? Is it just in the style of what they do, or
It's in the
Yeah.
format.
okay?
And it's not even, it would not be an approved ADF ritual. That was kind of his inspiration, though, because that's the majority of his
Mm.
experience with ritual.
Okay. So then, I think everything is going well with regard to the moot. Uh, the the one thing that I need to ask of Apollinaris is how is this being advertised?
Um, Now, there you threw one at me. It's not. What do you mean? I was going to put it on
What?
Channel 5.
So I believe it's on the calendar. Provost, is that on the calendar? I
It is.
believe it. Okay. So that is a start, but if we just have it on the calendar, then we will. Hello, Lux. Um,
Interrupted.
oh, see, okay. Uh, let's see, where was I? If we are on the calendar, then that's a good start, but not everybody is going to see that there. And so we need it more than we need it. We're gonna need it on Facebook. We're gonna need it in the forums. We're gonna need it in Discord, and possibly even if we had a poster that we could make that could advertise for it. Uh,
I
and
put it
any
in
other
this last
ideas?
newsletter.
Oh yeah, it is in the newsletter, correct? Yeah, it is in the
Yeah.
newsletter.
Mhm. And I can post it to Facebook. I wasn't going to do that until we had this meeting today because I didn't know if there were going to be any changes or anything.
Yeah, and that is another thing. We need to talk about posting to Facebook. Uh, so, and I'm not just talking about the moot, but I'm talking about our meet and greets. We need more posting than just like 10 minutes before. Oh, we're having this going on. Join us. Um, it's got to be something that people are going to be able to see and plan for. So having a posting at like 10 minutes before, or an hour before, or 2 hours before, those are good things. But it also needs to be posted in advance. Um,
Captain, if I may make a suggestion.
yes.
Thank you. In your initial post, it might be good to advertise the calendar in that post. So you say, we have a meet and greet on this day, link to the calendar in the handbook. And so you begin that kind of process of integrating the handbook into culture, around what we're doing. Where people check their handbooks a little bit more frequently. And that may be a boom that you can say, hey, I'm doing this month. Check our calendar for the dates.
Okay.
You know where
Is-
else this should go is the welcome letters.
Absolutely.
It very well could.
Because
and
we're
should.
just bringing those people in and setting them up to start using these tools.
And so, yeah, if we don't advertise this, then people won't come. It's just the dirty truth of it. So, any ideas or suggestions as to how to reach more people is, and I'm willing to help with that too. And even the prefix of the lodges could also make a post in their forums for their lodge members as well.
Absolutely.
Provost,
So
is it possible for us to post a an advertisement for the moot on the school page when people log in?
Yeah, in the newsfeed at the bottom, we could do that.
Excellent. Well,
Okay,
there's
so
a
let's-
spot there because everybody has to log in for their classes.
He speaks the truth.
and then even like a what do you think of a visual like advertise post or posting that could get hung up at the grade school in BGSW?
I'd be more than happy to put up posters if you design something you want them up. Absolutely. For clubs, for moots, for meetings, or club gatherings, or whatever you want. Within reason. Whatever you want within reason.
Within reason. My mind went into all kinds of crazy places.
Got to remember who you're talking to. Remember your audience. Got to love it.
So, all right. So I want. So Apollinaris, just to recap there for a second. Can I have an outline in my inbox Wednesday?
Of what?
This Wednesday.
Of now an outline.
For the moot.
Of everything we're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
More than what I sent you.
So basically, all I'm looking for is those interview questions and blues part, because
Okay.
I have the ritual, I have my part.
Okay, question for you real quick. When I send
Okay.
this to Dean of Students, do I need to include the ritual or can I just put a note that the ritual's been approved?
I think that you, Provost, does this go to me or does this go to the Dean of Students?
It goes to you.
Oh, so I don't send something to the Dean of Students.
The captain will do that.
Okay, then I can send it to
yeah.
you right now because I got it all together. If you've got
Okay.
the ritual already, I've been doing this because I thought I had to send something to Alex. So
Do you have
That's got a, I'm going to put a note there. We need to be addressing members of the faculty appropriately.
hang on.
do you have a blues outline as well?
I'm sending that also.
Oh, you do have it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sending you everything.
Yeah, he
And
gave
like I
Blue
said,
the outline.
This outline is going to be changing a little bit because, but I made a couple suggestions to her of a couple things she could add to it.
Okay. I was under the impression that you didn't have that yet, so that's very good.
I'm telling you, we're ready to go.
Well, very good.
I think we're ready to go. I mean, like I said, I've never done this before, so at least here. So something could pop up, and I'm sending it. I guess I'll just call it Moot Outline.
All right.
Has everybody had a chance to look at the live stream?
I have not.
Okay. Well, no, we would expect that you wouldn't. You have a lot on your plate right now.
There, you've got it. You should have it.
Oh. Wow, that is going out live. That is kind of okay.
Just want to make sure that everything is working, so that way, Apollinaris, we do have a streaming option if Blue does not have one.
Okay.
So that test is a success, and I will stop the recording now.
Awesome. So okay, so I think we've handled this moot. Is there going to be any sort of ritual practice or walkthrough for the ritual? Honors.
Oh, yeah.